Chairman, our next testifier here in Hilo is Mr. Tim Rees, representing himself. He is here to speak on Communication 1348, Communication 1348.3, Resolution 710-08, and Bill 335.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and council members. I'm going to speak first on Bill 335, which I wholeheartedly endorse and support. That's on moral, ethical, and rational basis that it's time for the government to get it together and figure out that what Adam and Andrea have put forward here and the other folks who have backed this is a very sensible petition and a very sensible bill. I strongly encourage anybody to speak with Adam, a very promising young man. He's not a propagandist. He's thought this stuff out. It's a very, anybody who considers himself pro or anti-marijuana, you'll benefit from hearing the facts that he has. It's not propaganda. It's the real deal. So I encourage people to do that. That being said, I'm not in favor of this resolution, and I'm going to premise that by, I hope I don't mangle this like George Bush did, but, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. You know, we stood by and we had this hope that you had taken the helicopter eradication funds out of the budget, and as Mark McNett pointed out, that was only for the past fiscal year, which is already at an end. And I think it was only like a month or two later in the budget that the council amended and proposed, you accepted those funds. You left them in, the new funding for marijuana eradication on this island, including helicopter eradication. And that was also in the mayor's budget, which is now in force. So, you know, the community felt really fooled. I saw it. I witnessed the hurt. I witnessed the feeling of betrayal. And I was the number one championing you folks, saying it had to have been a simple error. It had to have been an honest mistake. I don't know how it could have happened, but I don't think there was anything behind that nefarious. However, when the words democratic process in that are used to try to subvert the county charter now, I have a big problem with this, because though I am in favor of Bill 335, I'm only one person. My voice should not count any more than anyone else's. But what you're trying to do here through this resolution is essentially manufacture ghost registered voters, as if the proper number had signed the petition. And again, it was a very good petition. I wish it had the proper amount of registered voters. I'm very upset at the people that falsely represented they were registered voters and signed the petition. They have a great level of shame here in this issue. However, why I'm bringing this forward is I hope that you actually do pass it, even though I speak against it, and put it on the ballot. But just be prepared for the Attorney General, for the federal government, and for Jay Kimura to attack this, because there's no question it's a violation of the charter. And, you know, it probably, I was told this happened on the 2% fund, the same kind of legal premise where you're assuming a power under the construction of the language in the charter. Remember that you can't construe laws under the rules of construction 1-14, 15, and 16 of the state constitution, where you create superfluous language in the existing laws in paramateria. So be prepared. I don't want the people to be hurt by false hope here again. This is an issue that it's so important to the community and the future welfare of our community that it needs to be built on a solid foundation with no more tricks, no more chances of it failing. So I just wanted to bring that forward. And I'm going to leave it at that. But you know, you're not supposed to intentionally violate the charter. Do you really think the charter was set up to give you the power to pretend there are votes that aren't really there by the deadline? I don't think so. I'm going to see what Mr. Dan Boylan and Leslie Wilcox have to say about that. It's a very important issue here. Thank you.